Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Beat with Amy Atkins.
And Mike Meena.
And we're here to wish you a happy in between the holidays and New Year week. And want to talk about a few things today, Mike. So, this past year has been quite a ride, and you've saved a lot of deals that other people couldn't do. And in the new year, what are we looking at as far as some things that we do and you do that other lenders don't do?
Well, I think that this is a lot tougher market than what we've seen. Going into last year, we thought it was going to be, hey, the normal market that we had in 20 and 21. And this year turned out the first quarter was probably pretty much like that. But after that, it changed. Mm-hmm. And I think the agents that understand what we do here probably get a better idea of what we can do to save deals or put deals into escrow. Hmm. And I think that those were the agents that seemed to succeed this year. And then we got a few new ones that are like, oh my God, you do that, you do that, you do that. So, I mean, I could touch on that, but I could give you some examples too. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it evolves around our bridge loan product. And then obviously we have our non-warrantable product, condo product, and other things like that I think are better than everybody else's on the street. The bridge loan product, just the other day, I can give you an example. We had a client that was in escrow, I guess, with another lender, and they were freaking out because they didn't have the deposit. They couldn't get the earnest money deposit from another source, and they needed a $10,000 deposit. And I'm like, oh, I can take care of that because they had a house, obviously, they were selling. So we went and we put a lien on that property for $10,000, no interest for 60 days. We're going to close escrow probably in the next 21 days or so, and they got their earnest money deposit. That's just one example of what we do. We go above and beyond every single day.
Other lenders don't do that.
Yes, no, I know that they don't do that. And so that's an example. And then the other ones, I just had one, well, probably have 4 deals going with bridge loans right now. And it looks like 2 of them will close without the necessity of a bridge loan. But the key to the bridge loans is the fact that they're able to make that non-contingent offer. Even in this market that we all agree has slowed down pretty good, nobody wants to take a contingent offer because now that means 2 houses have to sell. Mm-hmm. So why would I take in a slow market, wait for your house to sell over here so you could buy my house? Why don't you sell your house, and if my house is still here, I'll go ahead and sell it to you. And that's kind of the offer. So now we have to go ahead and get that bridge loan done on that other property to get them the down payment for this one and see if they can qualify for both properties. And to me, it's an absolute no-brainer. The other thing that I think that you really need to have in your bag of tricks for 2023 is going to be the ability, we've got so much credit card debt load going right now with people, and we're seeing that more and more, and they're saying that right now we're at the highest level in the history of the United States of credit card debt. So what does that mean? Well, that means that your clients probably have lower credit scores, and with the sensitive interest rates that we have right now, a lower credit score could mean 0.5%, 0.75%, a full percent different in interest rate. So do we want to push our client into those kinds of rates? If they're selling, they're already leaving a 3% rate and they're going to go to a plus or minus 6% rate. They're going to freak out if they find out their rate is 7 because their credit score dropped to 660 because they have $42,000 in credit card debt. Well, if they're selling house A, we can loan them the money on that house before they list the property. I think that is the most important feature of our little toolbox that no other lenders will do. So we'll loan them money on house A, get their credit scores up, you list their property, and boom, all of a sudden their credit score is back to 740 and they're getting market rates.
How are you getting their score up?
Well, because we're going to pay off all their credit card debt.
There you go.
So we're going to use that money, we'll pay off their credit card debt, put the lien on the property that they're selling or going to sell, and now all of a sudden their scores go up. So I think these things are just incredible tools that we use every single day. And the problem is real estate agents don't understand to send their clients here so we can figure it out. And then they freak out when their client ends up with a 6.99% rate. She goes, oh yeah, but they're going to refi in 3 months. Why would they spend the money twice when we can loan them 32 grand and get their credit score up and really not even charge any interest on that kind of stuff?
Well, that's great. And now that the holidays are kind of closing out, more and more people are going to be putting their homes on the market because they have to, because they want to. There's always divorce, job transfers, and people that just want to make a move. So it's important that people know about this and that they share it. And I think a lot of it just has to do with the fact that they don't know it exists. They don't know how it works. And so you're here to explain that.
Right. I mean, we go through everything. We go through every reason of why they're buying. I don't really look at the why you're not buying. I mean, I understand people are at a 2.5% or 3% interest rate, and you don't want to, move up 100 grand and double your payment. Those are tough situations. But generally speaking, we're seeing people move up in a more severe manner. And a lot of times, when they have $45,000 in credit card debt, they're paying $1,000, $1,500 a month just on that alone. So this move might make a lot of sense for them to make that move anyway. So, look at us when it comes to that. Don't just look at us for the special deals. Look at us for all the deals for 2023. Put us in your toolbox so you can close more escrows next year.
Absolutely. This is a good video to share because this is a lot of good information. And the place to start is right here. And that way you don't get yourself into trouble because, Mike, there's still some lenders out there that were maybe making money off refis that don't know what they're doing in this market.
There's plenty of lenders that don't know what they're doing. And I could tell you, this was the toughest market I've seen in 32 years in the business, especially on the lender side. So guys are desperate out there, and they're going to say anything, and then at the end of the day, they fade away into oblivion, and you never hear from them again. So, yeah, I mean, this was a tough market, and I think that a lot of lenders are still refi lenders just holding on because they can't find a job that paid them what they made in 2021.
Right. And there's nothing worse than getting into an escrow and having it blow up because it affects both the buyer and the seller, both agents, everybody involved.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what you can pride yourself on too, is things don't blow up here.
There's no such thing as a onesie deal anymore too, because if that buyer's buying, the seller's selling, that's what's happening. So you have at least two transactions going on. What is the seller doing when they go? They're either renting or they're buying something else. So this delay in escrow is causing all kinds of grief. So those other lenders, they're probably going to go by the wayside in the first quarter. I know of a few lenders that I've heard from some of my friends at other companies that are not renewing their licenses. And that's what's going to happen for next year a lot. So, be careful with who you're choosing to work with. And, I've got 32 years behind me and a big team and some great marketing and material that we can help you out with.
Great. So you know what? This is our last show of the year.
Yeah. Well, have a happy new year when we get there.
Yeah. Have a happy new year. Anything closing you want to say for the new year to everybody?
No, I just appreciate the business. I appreciate all the support over the last, 32 years in the business. Some of you have been with me from the start, and others have been here, 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 years, whatever it is, but we appreciate the business.
We're here to help you out, you guys, so give us a call, give us a like, give us a share. Make sure you take videos like this and share them with other people.
Yeah. And remember, it's about me in 2023.
It's always about you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, and we hope to hear from you in 2023.
Peace out.